Hello, and welcome, beloved child of God. You didn't arrive here by chance. Something greater, someone greater, carried you to this exact moment. Not for inspiration, but for confirmation. Because today, something shifts. Not in theory, but in you. You've been living like a soldier long after the war was over, shoulders tense, heart guarded, mind rehearsing every worst-case scenario before joy even has a chance to speak. You were trained by survival, but now God is retraining you with peace. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. There is a rest that doesn't mean weakness. It means the battle has been settled in heaven, even if your body hasn't fully caught up. And that's why you're here, not to keep striving, but to hear the truth that heaven has already declared. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. The war that tried to define you, the one that echoed through generations, that came for your identity, that broke you down in silence, is over. You're not in survival mode anymore. You're in preservation mode, the kind only God can orchestrate. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Psalm 139, verse 5. Yes, your scars are real, but so is your victory. And no, your mind may not fully believe it yet, but that's okay. Your spirit heard it first, and your soul is catching up. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. God is not asking you to prove that you survived. He's inviting you to live like someone who already did. So take a breath. Exhale the weight, because it's time. The war is over. Chapter 1. The shift you didn't expect. Beloved child of God, you didn't ask for this shift. You weren't even sure it was happening at first. It didn't come with fireworks or clear signs. It didn't announce itself with fanfare. It arrived quietly, like a whisper to your soul. It's different now. And maybe you've struggled to believe that. Maybe you've told yourself, it's probably just temporary, or I shouldn't get my hopes up. Because for so long, hope hurt. You learned to be suspicious of peace, to brace for impact, even in calm, to flinch at goodness, because something always came to ruin it. You got so used to the fight, you didn't know how to function without it. But here's what's true. Even if it feels strange, the fight that tried to define you is over. And the shift you're sensing, it's not your imagination. It's heaven reintroducing you to rest. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. The kind of peace you're learning to receive isn't fragile. It isn't temporary. It's not a reward for finally getting it right. It's a gift, wrapped in grace and anchored in victory. And no, your surroundings haven't fully caught up yet, but your spirit has, because heaven moves first. The spiritual always precedes the physical. First the natural, then the spiritual. 1 Corinthians 15:46. What you're feeling is the result of something that has already been settled in heaven. Even if your body still remembers the war, even if your emotions are still detoxing from disappointment, even if your mind still questions, the verdict has already been declared. You're no longer in the same place. You've been repositioned. And no, it's not just about a new season. It's a new dimension, one that demands a different posture. Not one of striving, not one of guardedness, but of trust. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:18-19. This new thing isn't just happening around you. It's happening in you. That's why you're no longer attached to what once drained you. That's why the fear that used to paralyze you doesn't hit the same anymore. That's why old cycles are losing their grip, and old triggers don't pull you under like they used to. You're being made new, not through force, but through freedom. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. John 8:36. So let this truth settle in, even if it takes time for your nervous system to agree. Yes, it's unfamiliar. Yes, rest may feel risky at first, but that's only because you were taught that being tense was the same as being strong. It's not. Strength is what you use to survive. Rest is what you need to thrive. And you're allowed to thrive now. The fight is over. The shift has come. Welcome to the other side. Chapter 2. Rest is not retreat. Beloved child of God. Let's start with this. Rest is not retreat. It's not weakness. It's not giving up. It's not laziness disguised in spiritual language. Rest is what obedience looks like after the battle. It's the sacred stillness that comes when God says, "You've done enough. Now let me carry the rest." But for those who've lived in survival mode, rest feels unnatural, even threatening. Because when you've had to stay alert just to make it, the idea of letting your guard down feels like setting yourself up for disappointment. Again, but the truth is, God never designed you to fight forever. To everything, there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. You are meant for rhythms, not constant war. There is a time to fight. There is a time to build. But there is also a time to breathe, without fear that it'll all fall apart. In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. Let that sink in. Your strength is not proven by exhaustion. It's revealed in trust. When God calls you to rest, He's not sidelining you. He's sustaining you. Because rest is not the absence of work. It's the presence of divine confidence. You don't have to micromanage the outcome anymore. You don't have to earn what grace has already given. You don't have to live like everything depends on your effort. Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain. Psalm 127, verse 1. And friend, you didn't come this far by your own strength anyway. What held you up when you wanted to quit wasn't willpower. It was preservation. The hand of God that didn't let go even when you were too tired to hold on. That same hand is now leading you into rest, not a pause, a transition from striving to stillness, from panic to peace, from earning to receiving. The Lord replied, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." Exodus 33:14. This is not the end of your purpose. It's the renewal of your strength. And yes, rest will feel foreign at first. But just because something feels unfamiliar doesn't mean it's wrong. It means healing is happening. God is not calling you to be passive. He's calling you to be anchored, rooted, unshaken, moving forward from rest, not toward it. So hear this. Rest is not retreat. It's what victory sounds like when you no longer have to prove anything. You're not resting because you're falling behind. You're resting because you've already won. Chapter 3. The nervous system of survival. Beloved child of God. You didn't just survive physically, you survived emotionally, mentally, spiritually. But survival has a cost, and not all of it is visible. Sometimes the real battle begins after the war ends, because your body doesn't know it's safe yet. Your mind still rehearses past threats like they're current ones. Your nervous system still scans every room, every relationship, every moment, asking, "Am I in danger?" That's what long-term survival does. It doesn't just protect you, it rewires you. Even now, in moments of peace, your heart races as if the storm is still coming. You flinch at kindness, suspect joy, and feel most comfortable in chaos, because that's what's familiar. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23, verse 4. You've walked through shadows, and the residue of that valley still lingers in your body. But God is not finished with you at survival. He's teaching you what it means to be whole. Healing isn't just spiritual, it's physiological. Your body must unlearn what trauma taught it. Your breath must learn to slow without guilt. Your shoulders must learn to rest without bracing. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. John 14:27. This peace isn't conditional. It's not based on circumstances. It's deeper, the kind that reaches into your biology and begins to retrain your nervous system to believe. You are safe now. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to anticipate disaster. You don't need to prepare for pain every time something good begins to grow. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. This is not the season to brace. This is the season to breathe. And yes, your system might resist at first. It might try to convince you that rest is dangerous, that stillness is risky. But that's not your truth. That's just your training. And training can be unlearned. In the presence of God, even the deepest patterns begin to shift. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. So give yourself grace in the process. You are not broken, you are becoming. Your hypervigilance is not who you are, it's who you had to be. But now you're free to live from peace instead of panic, from safety instead of suspicion, from presence instead of performance. This is what restoration looks like. Not pretending it never happened, but no longer living like it's still happening. You're safe now, and God will teach your whole being how to believe it. Chapter 4. You've already proved it. Beloved child of God. You may not realize it yet, but the evidence is already in. You've already proved it. You proved it when you showed up on days you wanted to disappear, when you kept walking with trembling legs and a weary heart, when you held on to truth while everything around you was falling apart. You didn't wait until you felt strong. You moved forward when you felt nothing. That's not weakness. That's supernatural endurance. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. You didn't give up, even when you could have. Even when the silence was louder than the promises. Even when prayers felt like echoes. There is no need to keep trying to earn what your perseverance already confirmed. You're not standing here by accident. You're here because you endured. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. Hebrews 10:36. Yes, others may not know the cost of your survival. They didn't see the private battles. They didn't hear the midnight cries. They didn't witness the moments you broke and still kept going. But God saw. Heaven recorded every tear, every sacrifice, every time you chose to rise again. You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your record? Psalm 56, verse 8. This is your reminder. You're not still fighting to prove your worth. You're living out the fruit of what's already been sealed. There's no more striving required to validate what your scars already testify, because that's what they are. Testimony, not trauma. You are not defined by what broke you. You're marked by the one who held you together. But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9. You didn't hold it all together, grace did. You didn't push through on your own, you were carried. So now it's time to stop rehearsing the pain. You're not in that chapter anymore. It's time to stop questioning your belonging. You've already been chosen. It's time to stop proving what God has already approved. The proving ground is behind you. The harvest is ahead. So take this truth to heart. You don't have to strive for what is already yours. You don't have to apologize for surviving. You don't have to explain your victory. You proved it just by being here. And now, heaven is making it known. You've already won. Chapter 5. Lay the armor down. Beloved child of God, you wore it like a second skin. The armor. Not just the spiritual kind, but the invisible kind. The kind made of guarded words, calculated silence, and a heart wrapped in walls. It wasn't out of pride. It was survival. You learned to protect yourself before you were ever given permission to feel safe. And it worked for a while. But now it's too heavy. Now it doesn't fit the season you've stepped into. Now God is gently whispering, you don't need that anymore. There is a time for everything, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Ecclesiastes 3:6. The armor you built in past battles was necessary for then, not for now. Because the battle has shifted, you're no longer fighting to survive. Now you're learning how to live. But you can't walk in peace while bracing for war. And here's the truth. That armor wasn't just keeping the pain out. It was keeping healing out too. It was blocking connection. It was muting joy. It was numbing your spirit while trying to protect your soul. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 36:26. God isn't just calling you to be strong. He's inviting you to be soft again. Not fragile, not naive. Soft, like someone who knows they're safe now. This is not about abandoning discernment. It's about trusting that you no longer have to do God's job for Him. He is your defender now. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in Him, and He helps me. Psalm 28:7. The posture of this season isn't guarded. It's open. Open to rest. Open to love. Open to receive without suspicion. Open to healing without delay. But you cannot receive with clenched fists. You cannot heal while still holding a sword. It's time to lay it down. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. You were never meant to carry that weight forever, and your identity was never meant to be wrapped in defense mechanisms. You are not the wall you built. You are the heart God preserved behind it. So breathe now. You can speak without rehearsing. You can walk into rooms without scanning for exits. You can love without waiting for abandonment. Because God isn't just protecting you, He's rebuilding you. And in this new season, you don't need the armor. You just need the presence of the one who brought you through. Lay it down. You're not under attack. You're under grace. Chapter 6. Heaven moves. First, beloved child of God. When you're tired of trying, when you've run out of strength, when your heart is worn thin from waiting, remember this. Heaven moves first. God's timing is never late. It just doesn't conform to human schedules. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. This is a profound invitation to surrender, not because God is slow, but because His timing is perfect. He moves in ways you cannot always see or understand. His movement is not rushed or frantic. It is deliberate and sure. When you feel stuck, when your prayers seem unanswered, when the battle feels endless, know this: God has already started the work behind the scenes. For the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end. It will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. Your breakthrough is on the horizon, even if the moment hasn't arrived yet. Sometimes, the waiting isn't a sign that God isn't working. It's a sign that He's working deeper than you can perceive. He's preparing the ground. He's arranging the pieces. He's orchestrating a shift that will make your victory undeniable. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Your part is not to force the season, but to trust that heaven is already moving. That means resting in the tension between now and not yet, between promise and fulfillment, between prayer and answer. It's okay to feel the discomfort of waiting. It's okay to wrestle with doubt. But don't let waiting become despair. God is active in the invisible. His hands are still on the wheel. The Lord is good to those who wait for Him, to the soul that seeks Him. Lamentations 3:25. When heaven moves first, it changes everything. It means your battle is not about to start. It's already turning. It means your war is not endless. It's reaching its end. It means your rest is not delayed. It's already being prepared. So hold on to this truth. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. Heaven moves first, and when it does, nothing can stop what God has begun. Chapter 7. You're not behind, beloved child of Gid. Let's start with the lie. You should be further by now. That voice, subtle, accusing, relentless, creeps in during quiet moments. It whispers shame into your progress. It turns healing into a race. It turns rest into regret. But here's what heaven is saying. You're not behind. You're on holy time. He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. God never grades your growth on speed. He measures it by surrender. And by that measure, you are right on schedule. Yes, there were delays. Yes, there were detours. But none of them disqualified you. In fact, some of them were protection. The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in their way. Psalm 37:23. What looked like stagnation was really soil work, deep, unseen transformation. God wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you. And no, not everyone saw the struggle. Not everyone clapped for your quiet victories. But heaven did, and heaven keeps the time. Not comparison, not culture, not shame. You're not too late for anything God has written for you. Your story hasn't expired. Your purpose hasn't passed you by. Divine timing cannot be missed by those who stay surrendered. The vision is for an appointed time. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. Delay is not denial, and slow is not stuck. God is doing something sustainable in you. He's building the kind of life that doesn't collapse under pressure. That takes time. So stop apologizing for your pace. Stop explaining your timeline. Stop measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're just becoming at the speed of grace. And I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue His work until it is finally finished. Philippians 1:6. So breathe. You are not missing it. You are in it. Right now. even if it doesn't look the way you imagined. God hasn't overlooked you. He's just taking his time, because you're worth doing well. You're not behind, you're becoming, and you're exactly where you need to be. Beloved child of God, as you journey through this season, remember this: your story is far from over. You are not defined by the battles you fought, but by the one who carried you through them. Rest is not a reward for the strong. It is a gift for the weary. God's invitation to rest isn't about giving up. It's about trusting more deeply. It's about letting go of the weight you've carried so long and stepping into the peace that has been waiting for you all along. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. This rest is your inheritance, holy, renewing, sustaining. It's the space where healing happens, where hope is born anew, and where your spirit can finally breathe. No matter what your past looked like, no matter how long you fought, know this truth: you have already won. The war has been settled. Now it's time to live in the freedom of that victory. So take a deep breath. Set down your armor. Step forward with confidence. Because God's peace is not just coming, it's already here for you right now. You are loved. You are chosen. You are enough. And your rest is holy.